Hey guys, Desolated Magic here, and I just want to make a quick video explaining something that, I don't know, I haven't really seen anybody else explain. That's why I'm making it. You guys may or may not have heard, but in case you haven't, pretty much yesterday, maybe a little bit the day before, but mostly yesterday, there was a big problem on YouTube. Okay, every day for the last 10 years has been a big problem on YouTube, but more specifically, they had a glitch where when somebody unsubscribed to a channel, it would decrement, as they say, their subscriber count by 2 instead of 1. Now that is not exactly correct, but that's effectively what happened, but it was only what they called a visual display glitch, which is also not true. Now, I don't work for Google, I don't work for YouTube, but I am a database programmer, database specialist, and web design specialist, so I have a pretty good insight into what happened. So I'm going to explain it if you're vaguely interested, just because, like I said, I've never heard anybody on any kind of even tech channel attempt to explain this when it's clear as day what happened. But first I got to say the funny stuff. So people were thinking, okay, they're saying, like YouTube staff is saying, oops, it's a glitch, but it's not actually going to affect anything. It's literally just the displayed number, which is incorrect. If you go hit sub unsub, sub unsub, sub unsub like a million times on somebody's channel, it's not like deleting you plus the person under you in alphabetical order or something. It's not like a row crossing error in a database. So you aren't effectively like deleting the next indexed person in that row. You're not actually removing subscribers, but people thought maybe YouTube is just saying that because they don't want us to trigger a worse version of the subscriber glitch that's always been happening. We were talking for at least, a year now? And I thought that was a myth too. So if you're not familiar, people would just randomly get unsubbed from a channel. I log in on 2 PCs, that's it. That's all I watch YouTube on. Home, work, that's it. And all of a sudden they unsubbed me from, what's Simon Whistler's other channel? Oh yeah, Today I Found Out. Like that, I don't remember if that's actually the name of his channel, but all of a sudden it showed up in my recommended. I'm like, oh, cool. Wait a minute. Why the hell didn't I see this? This is like a week old. How is this not in my sub feed? Oh, they unsubbed me from the channel. Thanks. I only watched basically every video he ever made and watched whatever he releases within 24 hours. So it's not like, oh, I don't watch him anymore. YouTube's cleaning it up to do it for me because they think I have some kind of, I don't know what, like disattachment paranoia or like phobia. Oh no, what will poor Simon Whistler think of me when I unsub from his channel? So I'm never going to watch his videos again, but I just can't bring myself to unsub, and so YouTube cuts ties for me. No, I watched that guy's channel, for God's sake. By the way, you should sub his channel. It's quite good, actually. So yeah, that's real. That is a real sub glitch that happens. Nobody knows why. Like, I literally want to watch the content, and YouTube's like, no, and then just like slaps my hand away from the play button. No, you can't watch this. We're going to hide it. Screw you. You don't get to access this channel. And I've had a couple reports of this happening to my channel. You guys are getting unsubbed from my channel. That's nice. Thanks, YouTube. That's just helpful as hell. So that's been an ongoing glitch. And there was a famous video because, one, it was horribly made. The audio was complete garbage and they still uploaded it anyway, which is just the most ironic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And they uploaded this video trying to explain that, oh, we tested like 50 accounts or something and we found no trace of this, even though there's millions of people with screenshots and like freaking like screen recorded footage of this happening. They're like, nope, it's all in your head. It's a conspiracy. It's not real. Well, guess what? 2 morons who clearly should not still have jobs at Google. It's real. It's happening. Maybe you should look into it a little harder considering your company's worth, good fraction of $1 trillion. That's more than the GDP of some countries. Get it together. For God's sake, your website basically does one thing. It does one damn thing. Can you maybe fix it and make it do that one thing properly? I just want to add people to a favorites list and watch their videos. Is that too damn hard for you to do? So anyway, people were thinking, I wonder if this is a worse version of that glitch, and I am actually, through my actions, forcing somebody else to ghost unsubscribe. Hey, that's hilarious. Let's go to Tana Mojo's channel, which I swear to God, it's not freaking pronounced Mojo, okay? She made that up. It's like Mongoose, basically. In fact, I should just call her Tana Mongoose. Or Tana, some animal that lies all the time and exaggerates everything. So they went to her channel and brought her from like 2.5 mil down to approximately 700 or 800,000 last I heard. One guy actually got to negative 1,500 subs. That was kind of funny. But it turns out, no, YouTube fixed it. They fixed whatever glitch was wrong with, something, some code or whatever, and now they're all displaying properly, and it was, in fact, a display-only glitch. You were not ghost erasing people from the subscriber count. So that's the little wrap-up of what happened. Obviously, I think it's kind of funny, but whenever something massively goes wrong with YouTube, I get at least half as worried as some of the big YouTubers. I mean, let's be honest, I need the money from the ad revenues in my YouTube channel more than they do because they make plenty of money, but then on the flip side, they make a boatload of money, so that's a lot of money to lose. So if something goes wrong and they lose half their subs and then YouTube can't roll it back, uh-oh, there goes your money, oops, sorry, I hope you enjoy your little apology Hallmark card in the mail from Google because they ain't gonna do a damn thing about it if it's that bad of a glitch. So anyway, as promised, from a technical perspective, here is how the glitch went down. Now, I don't know what literally caused it, but let's take my channel, for example. Now, YouTube's a big site with a lot of users. That's an understatement. It's one of the biggest websites in the world, if not the actual biggest. I think Google's got them beat, but, same company. Oh, for those of you saying Google owns YouTube, that is incorrect. Alphabet owns Google, and Alphabet owns YouTube. It's some BS shell company. It's probably not even registered in America. It's big tax dodge. Anyway, on my channel, when somebody subscribes, should they then count every single subscriber again and then create a new cumulative number? Would that be more efficient than just saying, hey, take the old number that was calculated before and +1 it or -1 it if they unsub? So they would just, say, oh, here's a new subscriber. Okay, enter them as a subscriber, add this to their table of channels that they subscribe to, and then increment the number by 1 if they subbed to it. So when somebody unsubbed, basically somehow that function would get called twice, or that SQL statement would be sent to the database twice, and the number would get decremented twice. But they didn't duplicate it on the flip side. When you resub, that's completely different code. In fact, it literally is a different SQL statement to add 1 than to -1. Nobody would be dumb enough to write an SQL statement that would add -1 to the count and then use the same exact function. That would be just suicidally stupid. Well, speaking of that, I'm actually surprised YouTube didn't do it then. In fact, I'm not sure that that's not how they did it and that I've got the glitch mathematically wrong. Let's just leave that one open. So yes, now if I had 1 million subs, just think about that. I mean, they've got servers that are fast and all that, but they're also like not wasting time just for the fun of it because they can buy 1 million more servers. It still is a cost. In fact, I'd say besides staff, but that's probably not true. I think their number one expense at Google is bandwidth and servers, the physical actual hardware itself. So why would they possibly recount every single subscriber one at a time every single time that somebody subs or unsubs? And plus, if somebody just thought, oh, I'm going to sub and unsub 1,000 times in a row because I got a new mouse and I want to see how fast it'll click. Like literally, they wouldn't even know that that's something that's damaging Google's system. It would run a very elaborate database operation to recount it thousands of times. That would be difficult. I mean, even if they're running like RAM disks or something for just mad access, that's still an awful lot of processor time. And I suspect they're actually running SSD arrays or even slower, like, just like 4 terabyte arrays like everybody else is running. So instead of recounting it, they just send something that says +1 or -1. Well, they called the -1 function twice, or sent the statement to just that table twice, or sent it a value of -2, just something like that. You get the idea. So the actual number stored in the database saying your number of subs, the reported amount, was incorrect in the database. That's what Google doesn't want to tell you. Or I mean Alphabet, whatever, YouTube, same thing, who cares? So the only solution is to recount them all manually, which I'm sure there's a subroutine that runs once in a while that just clears it up in case something did happen, like if some kind of +1 or -1 failed to occur in the database, or a glitch like this, or just some unknown thing, somebody's subbing and unsubbing too quickly and the function didn't have time to offset or something. I don't know. So I'm sure there's a cleanup function, but to do it to every channel on YouTube, I mean, you'd be talking probably a lot more than 24 hours, which is how fast they fixed it. So I'm thinking they probably did some kind of rollback in the database. Now, the problem is if they rolled back every single subscriber related piece of data in that section of the database on all those related tables, Anybody you subscribed to in the last day, you would now be unsubscribed from them. And I haven't heard anybody reporting that, although, I mean, how likely is that to have happened? Not very. But that would be the quickest way to reset the number to a correct amount. Or they could have just reset literally the value, and that's it, taken a wild shot at it, and then started the multi-day cleanup process where it does manually recount the number of subs. That is what I think they did. So it would explain why John Scaris has way the hell too many subscribers. He has like a bonus of like 100,000 or 200,000 or something that he didn't have before. And it's because they rolled back the number, I don't know, incorrectly or misread the rollback, or they're using like a hybrid of the logs versus the actual value. But as soon as the cleanup utility hits his channel, boom, they're going to fix it. I guarantee it. Either that or the cleanup utility realized that it was off by 200,000 this entire time, and that actually was the real number, and he was just not registering subs because of another glitch. That would actually be kind of funny. So in summary, YouTube wasn't being completely honest when they said it was literally a display glitch like on the page that only the user can see. No, the wrong number was almost definitely stored in the database, and it was being retrieved from the database. So it was a little bit more serious than they thought, and it would have taken more time to fix, but I think they're still working on it. Like I said, I think they did a rollback, but now they're doing a full-blown recount. Oh, also, they must have identified whatever code is negative 2ing people because it doesn't work anymore. I mean, the glitch doesn't work anymore. So they must have been like, oh, it started happening exactly right here. It must have been that idiot intern that wrote that piece of code wrong. Oops. And then, just deleted that code. So that's my interpretation on the truth of what happened. It fits with the evidence. And I don't know. Nobody else is talking about it. That's why I made a video about it. It's not that interesting if you're not into tech stuff. But I don't know. Maybe some of you thought it was interesting. If you did, leave a big honking thumbs up. Hit the sub button and unsub and resub like 50 times. Maybe it'll do something cool to my channel. I don't know. It'll probably delete it. Who knows? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if my modem lights on fire when you do that. Like personally in my apartment. Either that or like if you hit like thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, like it like enter like a code, like the Konami code or like an old school cheat code from Sega Genesis or something. That like they'll send me like 15 gold play buttons without my name on it or something. I think YouTube has a couple more wires crossed than they think. It's kind of where I'm getting with this. Oh, and needless to say, they haven't fixed the unsub problem, the actual original unsub problem. It is losing everybody across the board views and viewers and subs and money, and it's losing Google money. So maybe fire those two idiots from the video that are denying it and fix it. Oh, and by the way, my views are up 3%, 28 days versus 28 days prior. But the CPM, as they call it, the actual value of every block of 1,000 viewers has gone straight down the crapper. From what I heard from people like Boogie, it's what normally happens after Christmas because nobody spends money on advertising in January and February, apparently. And then summer, okay, you get all the summer stuff. People are off, teenagers getting jobs. Okay, resume it. Plus you got a couple holidays and stuff. But yeah, as soon as Christmas shopping tanks and it's the beginning of the year, nobody wants to burn up the whole budget, just ads themselves are bid lower per keyword on average across the board on the entire internet. So that's bad because it's cost me 4 digits of money, we'll say. Oh, and I'm not including the cents. Considering my taxes are due in like a month or two, that's not good. That's not good timing for me. So, surprise, surprise, surprise. What's Des gonna do? I'm already designing my Patreon account, and it for the record, in my defense, before you start calling me a sellout, because hell yeah, I am. I'm the first to admit it. I mean, I need some damn money. Let's be honest. I'm not doing it because I think I should have a Patreon or because it sounds nice. I need some freaking money. YouTube's kicking me in the nuts right now. My AdSense looks like freaking Detroit. I need a little bit more dollars or I'm going to have to go bankrupt. But anyway, that said, I am going to have the most amazing, generous, unbelievably crazy Patreon rewards at shockingly low dollar amounts. Like, if you were to literally hire me to do any of those things in the real world, it would probably cost 10 times more. We're talking professional level services. I'm not going to like do your taxes for you, but it's almost on par with that. It's not your typical Patreon level. So hopefully I'll have those done in a day or two or tonight if I can get my crap together. It actually is only 9 o'clock. Wow, I had a lot of caffeine today. The time dilation is strong right now. So hopefully you guys found this video cool, and let me know ahead of time. Just start the hate train rolling about what you think about my upcoming Patreon account. Or you could just reserve judgment until you see the levels, now that I've told you that. So leave a rude, hateful comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next video. By the way, I totally guarantee that 5 minutes from now I forgot I said that, and if you actually do it as a joke, I'm probably actually going to block you. So, yeah, don't do that.